everyone, it's Janet here with another sneak peek for you. This one uses one of the stamp sets that you can select for free during Celebration beginning January 4th. And I absolutely love the chickens. This stamp set is called Hey Chick. And there are 3 different chickens and a little cracked egg, and you've got the greetings, hey chick, you're a good egg and have a happy day. And you can do a monochromatic, or we're going to watercolor them together here real quick for you. Just as a reminder, if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up! Celebration, during Celebration there are extra rewards for hostesses, extra rewards for joining Stampin' Up!, and then as a customer there are rewards for $50 purchases from our exclusive Celebration brochure. So if you do not have a demonstrator that you work for, make sure that you're requesting these 2 publications from me, okay? So let's go ahead and let's create this card together using our Hey Chick stamp set. So I have a piece of our Whisper White cardstock, and we're just going to go ahead and fold it in half. It's just cut in half, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, and we'll give that a nice little crease. I have a piece of our Peekaboo Peach, and that's cut to 4 inches by 5.25 inches, and we're just going to go ahead and fill that in with adhesive. We're going to lay that down so we have an even white border around it. Using our copper foil cardstock, I went ahead and I used our wood grain texture embossing folder and embossed that with the Big Shot. I love how our copper foil paper just really just has a deep etching from the folder, so it's just a really nice look. Now with the foil, it does have a little bit of a coated background, so one of 2 things that I recommend that you either use the tear and tape on this, or if you're going to use your adhesive, that you do not skimp. You want to just make sure that you do not skimp and that you put it directly on the cardstock. A lot of times if you're using snail, when you go to roll it on here, for some reason it just doesn't stick as nice as it does. The fibers of the cardstock catch it more than the slick background here. Once you have that coated there, then you can go ahead and press that into the adhesive. And if you give it a good rub, then it will adhere and you'll have a nice coating. So either just go crazy with the snail or use your tear and tape to adhere that foil down, and then you'll have a nice look. Some of the other things that I did through the magic of television ahead of time is I went ahead and I die cut an oval using our layering ovals and early espresso. I have Island Indigo as one of our colors for layering. And then I embossed the chick with copper and then die cut it with the stitched framelits. The stitched framelits do coordinate with our layering ovals, squares, and circles, so that's a great combination to have. And then I went ahead and I punched the Hey Chick, and what I was using was this little banner punch here. If you can see it without the glare, there you go. So what we need to do is let's just go ahead and assemble a few of these pieces and then put them off to the side. So let's go ahead and layer that onto here. And we're just going to set all of those pieces aside. And so for right now, what we need to do is we need to color our chick. One of my favorite ways to color is to use aqua painters. Aqua painters have a barrel that you can fill with water, you can fill with reinkers. I actually have a dedicated set that I have labeled, and I actually use them with bleach, rinsing them out between each use, but I do use them with bleach for some fun bleaching techniques. So anything liquid can be put down inside of them. They are sold again as a set with 2 different size tips. Over time they will stain, but as long as when you swish them, they swish clear, then you know that it's working great for you. And so a great way to use these, I've got our chocolate chip ink. I'm going to give that a little bit of a squeeze, and we'll open it up and set it right there. What that's going to do is create a palette for me. And so that's going to be great. Now, one of the fun things coming in the spring 2017 catalog that we've been anxiously awaiting is watercolor pencils in Stampin' Up's colors. So that's going to be something fun and something you're going to want to watch for, and another reason why you're going to want these. But if you don't have watercolor pencils and you have your ink pads, this is a great technique for you to learn and be aware of as well. So what you're going to do is just kind of wet the tip a little bit, get some water onto that tip. And now you can just pick up this color here and you can just start to color with it. I like to a lot of times just use, so we'll just go ahead. And I like to start light, and then you can come in and you can start to darken it. If it's a little too wet, just kind of swish it off to the side. I can pick up some of the color and then just kind of use the lines, like the feathers here on it, to guide you for a little bit, little place of accent and darkening. Do its little beak, so you can add a little bit of color like that. If I wanted to come in and add a little bit to its feet, I could. Here we'll take, and I've switched it clean, so now I'm going to go to a darker color. And I just decided to give it funky blue hair. It just kind of called to me. And actually, Indigo and Peekaboo Peach are two of the colors. I used it as my go-to fall color combination, but I'm realizing how much I also like it for a spring color combination. So that's just something that's kind of fun. And we can just pick up a little bit of our chocolate chip. And just add a little bit in here in the feet. Come back in just a little bit. So that quick and easy, you can add some color. And then we can go ahead and add that to our layers that we have. And then with the Hey Chick, let's just go ahead and put some adhesive on that. What I did with the Hey Chick is on the original one, I took these edges and folded them behind. You can also just leave them go just across just like that. And then for the string that's underneath, what we used is we've used our linen thread, and we just kind of held it in my hand, and 4 or 5 loops. It just depends on, you know, how full you want it to look, but just trying to mimic maybe the straw or that might be in a hen house or something like that. Go ahead and let's just coat the back of this with adhesive. And I'm going to just lay that down right on here, making sure that the lines are kind of tucked right up in. And then I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down, squishing some of the elements and the pieces behind us. And now I've got the twine poking out for it. So just a real simple way to add color, real simple fun set that will be available for free January, February, March of 2017. So come on over to remarkablycreated.com and request a catalog today. Thanks for watching, guys.